My beloved children, hear these words that flow from the depths of infinite love, carried on the breath of eternity itself. In this moment, as you listen, know that you are not alone. You have never been alone, and you never will be. Every heartbeat in your chest, every breath that fills your lungs, every thought that crosses your mind, all of this is held within the embrace of divine love that knows no boundaries, no conditions, and no end. I speak to you now not as a distant deity upon some unreachable throne, but as the very essence of love that dwells within you, around you, and through you. I am the whisper in your heart when you feel lost, the strength in your spirit when you feel weak, and the light in your soul when darkness seems to overwhelm. You are my cherished creation, formed not by accident or chance, but by deliberate, purposeful, overwhelming love. Listen closely, for these words carry the power to transform not just your understanding, but your very existence. You have been searching, haven't you? Searching for meaning, for purpose, for that missing piece that would make everything make sense. You have looked in relationships, in achievements, in possessions, in experiences, in knowledge, in power, in recognition. And while some of these may have brought temporary satisfaction, something deeper within you knows that there is more. That searching, that longing, that divine dissatisfaction with anything less than truth, that is me, calling to you from within your own heart. The world you live in has taught you many things, some true, many false. It has taught you that you must earn love, that you must prove your worth, that you must compete and struggle and fight for every good thing. It has taught you that you are separate, isolated, that you must protect yourself from others who would harm or take from you. It has taught you that resources are scarce, that there is not enough love, not enough joy, not enough peace to go around. It has taught you to fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of death, fear of not being enough. But I tell you now, with the authority of the one who spoke the stars into existence and numbered every grain of sand, that these teachings are illusions. They are shadows cast by a world that has forgotten its true nature, forgotten its connection to the divine source of all that is good and beautiful and true. You are not separate. You are not alone. You are not lacking. You are not in competition with anyone. You are not required to earn what has already been freely given. You are love, expressing itself in human form. You are light, temporarily housed in flesh and bone. You are spirit, having a human experience for the purpose of growth, learning, and ultimately remembering who you really are. The essence of your being is divine, created in perfect love, sustained by perfect love, and destined to return to perfect love. Every challenge you face, every difficulty you encounter, every moment of pain or confusion or fear, these are not punishments or signs of divine displeasure. They are opportunities. They are invitations. They are the perfect circumstances designed to help you remember your true nature, to develop compassion, to grow in wisdom, to increase in love. Nothing that happens to you is outside of divine purpose, even when it appears random or cruel or senseless. I know you have questions. Why is there suffering? Why do good people face hardship while those who seem evil prosper? Why doesn't life always make sense? These are the questions that have echoed through human hearts for millennia, and they deserve answers grounded in truth and love. Suffering exists not because I am absent or uncaring, but because love requires freedom. True love cannot be forced or programmed or mandated. It must be chosen. And choice requires options. The possibility of pain makes joy meaningful. The possibility of hate makes love precious. The possibility of fear makes courage valuable. The possibility of despair makes hope powerful. Without contrast, without choice, without the full spectrum of human experience, love would be meaningless. Growth would be impossible, and you would be nothing more than programmed beings incapable of real relationship or authentic existence. But here is the secret that changes everything. Even in the midst of suffering, love is present. Even in the darkest moments, light exists. Even when you cannot see or feel or understand, divine presence surrounds and fills and sustains. The suffering is temporary, but the love is eternal. The pain will pass, but the growth it produces will last forever. The confusion will clear, but the strength you develop in the midst of it will remain. Good people face hardship not as punishment, but as opportunity to demonstrate the power of love in difficult circumstances. Their suffering is not meaningless. It produces compassion that can heal others, wisdom that can guide others, strength that can inspire others. Every moment of pain endured with faith becomes a light for someone else walking through darkness. Every act of love in the face of hatred becomes a seed of transformation in the world. The very fact that you can doubt, that you can question, that you can choose to believe or not believe, this is evidence of how deeply you are loved, how completely your freedom is respected. Even your doubt can become a doorway to deeper faith. Your questions can lead to profound answers. Your struggles can become the foundation for unshakable peace. You are living in a time of great change, great challenge, great opportunity. The old ways of thinking, of relating, of organizing society are crumbling, making room for something new to emerge. This process can feel chaotic, frightening, overwhelming. But you are not victims of this change. You are agents of it. You are here at this time not by accident, but by design, equipped with exactly what is needed to navigate these waters and help birth a new world. The new world that is emerging will be built on different principles than the old one. Instead of competition, cooperation. Instead of separation, connection. Instead of fear, love. Instead of scarcity, abundance. Instead of domination, service. Instead of judgment, compassion. Instead of despair, hope. Instead of hatred, understanding. Instead of violence, peace. But this new world cannot be imposed from the outside. It must emerge from within human hearts that have been transformed by love. It begins with you, with your choice in each moment to respond to life from love rather than fear, to see others as family rather than enemies, to trust in divine goodness rather than surrender to cynicism and despair. You have been asking what your purpose is, what you are supposed to do with your life, how you can make a difference in a world that often seems beyond hope. Your purpose is simple and profound: to be a vessel of divine love in whatever circumstances you find yourself, to be light in dark places, to be hope for the hopeless, to be peace in the midst of chaos, to be healing for the wounded, to be strength for the weak, to be joy for the sorrowful. This doesn't mean you must become a missionary or a minister or a social worker, though you might be called to any of these. It means that whatever you do, wherever you are, with whomever you interact, You are called to bring the presence of divine love into that space. Whether you are a teacher or a plumber, a parent or a retiree, a student or a business owner, a farmer or an artist, your primary vocation is to be love in action. The world needs what you have to offer. Your unique combination of gifts, experiences, perspectives, and passions is not accidental. It is the perfect equipment for the specific role you are meant to play in the healing and transformation of the world. No one else can do what you are called to do. No one else can reach the people you are meant to reach. No one else can bring exactly what you bring to the situations you will encounter. But you cannot give what you do not have. You cannot love others if you do not know yourself to be loved. You cannot bring peace to the world if you have no peace within yourself. You cannot offer hope to others if you are living in despair. You cannot heal wounds in others if your own wounds remain unhealed. This is why your personal relationship with the divine, your inner journey of healing and growth, your own spiritual development, these are not selfish pursuits. They are essential preparation for service. Take time daily to be still, to listen, to remember who you are. Create space in your busy life for silence, for prayer, for meditation, for contemplation. Read words that inspire and challenge you. Surround yourself with beauty when possible. Spend time in nature, which speaks constantly of divine presence and love. Cultivate relationships with others who encourage your spiritual growth. Practice forgiveness, first of yourself, then of others. Choose gratitude over complaint. Choose hope over despair. Choose love over fear. Again and again and again. When you make these choices consistently, you begin to experience the transformation that is the birthright of every human soul. You begin to see with different eyes, to hear with different ears, to think with a mind aligned with divine truth. What once seemed impossible becomes possible. What once seemed hopeless becomes filled with potential. What once seemed meaningless becomes charged with purpose. You will face opposition. Not everyone will understand or appreciate your commitment to love and truth. Some will mock, some will reject, some will even hate. This is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is confirmation that you are on the right one. Light always disturbs those who have grown comfortable in darkness. Love always challenges those who have built their lives on lovelessness. Truth always threatens those whose power depends on deception. Do not be discouraged by opposition or rejection. Do not compromise your values to gain acceptance. Do not dim your light to make others more comfortable. Stay true to the love that is calling you forward, even when the path seems lonely, even when the cost seems high, even when the outcome seems uncertain. Love never fails, though it may sometimes seem to be defeated. Truth never fails, though it may sometimes seem to be overwhelmed. Light never fails, though it may sometimes seem to be extinguished. The seeds you plant with every act of love, every word of truth, every gesture of kindness will bear fruit. Perhaps not immediately, perhaps not in ways you can see, but surely and inevitably. Love multiplies. Light spreads. Truth endures. What you do in love is never wasted, never lost, never meaningless. Remember that you are part of a great community of souls, both visible and invisible, all working toward the same goal of healing and transformation. You are not carrying this burden alone. Others have walked this path before you. Others walk it now alongside you. Others will walk it after you. You are connected to this great cloud of witnesses, this fellowship of love, this communion of saints, whether you sense it or not. When you feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of the world's problems, remember that you are not called to solve everything, only to do your part. When you feel inadequate for the challenges you face, remember that your adequacy comes not from your own strength, but from divine strength working through you. When you feel discouraged by slow progress, remember that transformation takes time and that every step forward, no matter how small, is valuable and necessary. The work of love is not glamorous. It rarely makes headlines. It often goes unnoticed and unrewarded by worldly standards. But it is the most important work in the universe, for it is the work of redemption, of healing, of restoration, of bringing heaven to earth. Every act of genuine love participates in the ongoing creation of a world that reflects divine nature. Love looks like many things. Sometimes it is gentle and comforting, offering a listening ear or a warm embrace to someone in pain. Sometimes it is strong and challenging, speaking truth to power or confronting injustice. Sometimes it is practical and mundane, providing food for the hungry or shelter for the homeless. Sometimes it is creative and inspiring, producing art or music or literature that lifts the human spirit. Sometimes it is quiet and hidden, praying for others or offering anonymous service. All of these expressions of love are sacred. All of them are needed. All of them are honored and blessed and empowered from the divine realm. Do not let anyone convince you that some forms of loving service are more valuable than others. Do not let anyone make you feel guilty for not being called to every good cause. Do not let anyone pressure you to express love in ways that feel inauthentic to your nature and gifts. The love that works through you will be unique to you, expressing itself in ways that are natural to your personality, your abilities, your circumstances, your opportunities. Trust the promptings of your heart. Trust the doors that open before you. Trust the people who are placed in your path. Trust the dreams that inspire you. Trust the compassion that moves you. Trust the hope that sustains you. But always remember that the goal is not your glory, not your recognition, not your success as the world measures it. The goal is love itself, love expressed, love shared, love multiplied. When your ego gets involved, when you begin to think that you are the source of the good that flows through you, when you start to measure your worth by the results you achieve, you have lost sight of the truth. You are not the source. You are the vessel. You are not the light. You are the lamp through which light shines. You are not the love. You are the expression of love. This understanding brings both humility and freedom. Humility because you recognize that any good you accomplish comes from divine source working through you. Freedom because you are released from the pressure to succeed by your own strength, to have all the answers, to fix everything that is broken. You are simply called to be faithful, to be available, to be willing. The results are not your responsibility. They are mine. When you understand this, you can act with courage even when you feel afraid, speak with authority even when you feel uncertain, love generously even when you feel depleted. The source of your strength is not your own confidence, but divine presence. The source of your wisdom is not your own knowledge, but divine truth. The source of your love is not your own emotion, but divine nature expressing itself through you. This is what it means to live by faith rather than by sight, to walk by trust rather than by understanding, to act from love rather than from fear. It is a way of life that seems backwards to worldly thinking, but is actually the only way that leads to true fulfillment, genuine peace, and lasting joy. You are changing, day by day, moment by moment, choice by choice. The person you are becoming is more beautiful, more powerful, more loving, more wise, more joyful than the person you have been. This transformation is not something you must strain to achieve through willpower and discipline, though commitment and practice are important. It is something that happens naturally as you open yourself more and more fully to divine love, as you allow that love to heal your wounds, to dissolve your fears, to expand your heart, to illuminate your mind. Some of the most profound transformations happen in the quiet moments when you are simply being present to divine love, allowing yourself to receive before you try to give, allowing yourself to be filled before you try to pour out. In a culture that values doing over being, achieving over receiving, this may feel selfish or lazy or unproductive. But actually, it is the most important work you can do, for it is the work of becoming who you truly are. When you know yourself to be unconditionally loved, you can love others unconditionally. When you know yourself to be forgiven for all your mistakes and failures, you can forgive others for theirs. When you know yourself to be guided and protected and provided for, you can trust that others are as well, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. When you know yourself to be part of a grand design that is good and beautiful and meaningful, you can see your life and the lives of others in the context of that design. This knowing doesn't come all at once. It grows gradually, through experience and practice and time. There will be moments of clarity when you feel completely connected to divine love, and moments of confusion when that connection feels absent or weak. There will be times when living from love feels natural and easy, and times when it requires tremendous effort and determination. There will be seasons of joy and seasons of sorrow, seasons of expansion and seasons of contraction, seasons of harvest and seasons of planting. All of these experiences are part of the journey. All of them have value. All of them contribute to your growth and development and ultimate fulfillment. The difficult times teach you compassion and humility and strength. The easy times teach you gratitude and joy and trust. The confusing times teach you patience and persistence and faith. The clear times teach you direction and purpose and confidence. Do not judge yourself harshly for the struggles you face. Do not think that spiritual growth means the absence of difficulty or the presence of constant happiness. Do not compare your inner experience to what others seem to be experiencing outwardly. Everyone's journey is unique. Everyone's challenges are perfectly designed for their own growth. Everyone's timeline is different. Everyone's path leads ultimately to the same destination, union with divine love. But no two paths look exactly alike. Your path is sacred. Your timing is perfect. Your struggles are meaningful. Your victories are celebrated. Your questions are welcomed. Your doubts are understood. Your fears are held with compassion. Your hopes are blessed with fulfillment. Your love is multiplied beyond measure. Your life is a gift to the world, a unique expression of divine creativity, an irreplaceable part of the cosmic symphony of existence. The world desperately needs your song. It needs your particular melody, your unique harmony, your distinctive rhythm. Without your contribution, something essential is missing from the music. Others may be able to play similar notes, but no one can play exactly the notes you are designed to play. No one can bring exactly the tone and timbre and color that you bring. No one can express the precise combination of joy and sorrow, hope and struggle, wisdom and wonder that flows through your being. Do not hold back your song out of fear that it is not good enough, not important enough, not loud enough, not beautiful enough. The value of your music is not determined by comparison to others, but by its authenticity, its sincerity, its genuine expression of your heart and soul. A simple melody played with love touches hearts more deeply than a complex symphony performed without passion. Sing your song with confidence, knowing that it is beloved and needed and welcomed. Play your part with joy, knowing that it matters and makes a difference and contributes to something far greater than yourself. Dance your dance with freedom, knowing that your movements are expressions of divine creativity flowing through you. Paint your picture with boldness, knowing that your vision adds beauty and meaning to the world. You are an artist, whether you think of yourself that way or not. Your life is your canvas. Your choices are your brushstrokes. Your love is your color palette. Every day you have the opportunity to create something beautiful, something meaningful, something that reflects the divine image within you. Some days you may feel like you are creating a masterpiece, other days like you are just making a mess. But even the messiest paintings can have beauty in them, and even the most difficult days can contain moments of grace. The goal is not perfection, but authenticity. The goal is not to never make mistakes, but to learn from them and grow through them. The goal is not to have all the answers, but to keep asking good questions. The goal is not to never feel afraid, but to act with courage in spite of fear. The goal is not to avoid all pain, but to find meaning and purpose in the midst of it. The most beautiful souls are those who have suffered deeply and chosen to love anyway. The most powerful voices are those who have experienced darkness and continued to speak of light. The most effective healers are those who have been wounded and found healing. The most inspiring leaders are those who have failed and learned to succeed. The most joyful people are those who have mourned and discovered that joy can coexist with sorrow. Your struggles are not obstacles to your destiny. They are the raw material from which your destiny is forged. Your wounds are not disqualifications from service. They are qualifications for deeper ministry. Your questions are not signs of weak faith. They are evidence of a mind that refuses to accept easy answers to complex realities. Your doubts are not barriers to truth. They are gateways to more solid conviction. Embrace your humanity in all its complexity and contradiction. You do not have to be perfect to be useful. You do not have to have all the answers to ask good questions. You do not have to be completely healed to help others heal. You do not have to be without fear to act courageously. You do not have to feel loving all the time to choose loving actions. The divine love that works through you is not dependent on your emotional state or your spiritual maturity or your level of understanding. It is a force that transcends your limitations and works in spite of your imperfections. It takes your small offerings and multiplies them. It takes your weak efforts and strengthens them. It takes your broken places and makes them beautiful. It takes your failures and transforms them into wisdom. This is the miracle of grace. Not that perfect people do perfect things, but that imperfect people become channels for perfect love. Not that strong people accomplish great feats, but that weak people discover strength they never knew they had. Not that wise people have all the answers, but that foolish people stumble into profound truths. Not that good people earn divine favor, but that flawed people receive divine love as a gift. You are the recipient of this amazing grace. You are loved not because you deserve it, but because love is the nature of the one who loves you. You are chosen not because you are qualified, but because love qualifies whom it chooses. You are empowered not because you are strong, but because love is strong in you. You are sent not because you are ready, but because love makes you ready as you go. This grace is not a one-time gift, but a daily provision. Every morning it is renewed. Every moment it is available. Every situation it is sufficient. You cannot exhaust it by overuse or lose it through misuse or forfeit it through failure. It is more constant than the sunrise, more reliable than gravity, more enduring than the mountains. When you truly understand and accept this grace, it changes everything. You stop trying to earn what you already have. You stop fearing the loss of what cannot be taken away. You stop striving to become what you already are. You stop performing for approval from the one who already delights in you. You stop hiding your flaws from the one who loves you not in spite of them, but through them. This liberation from the need to prove yourself, to justify your existence, to earn your place in the universe, frees you to live with authenticity and joy and spontaneity that is magnetic and transformative. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin, who are not trying to impress or manipulate or control, who are simply being themselves while allowing divine love to flow through them. You become a safe person for others to be around, because you are not threatened by their struggles or judgmental of their failures or competitive with their successes. You become a source of encouragement and hope, because you know that everyone is on a journey and everyone is exactly where they need to be in that journey, even when it doesn't look that way. You become an agent of healing and reconciliation, because you understand that all the apparent separation and conflict in the world arises from forgetting our fundamental unity in divine love. This is your calling, your mission, your purpose, your destiny. Not to be perfect, but to be real. Not to have all the answers, but to ask better questions. Not to never struggle, but to struggle with grace. Not to never fall, but to get up when you fall. Not to never doubt, but to keep seeking truth. Not to never fear, but to act with love in the presence of fear. You are equipped for this calling. You have everything you need, even when it doesn't feel like it, even when you cannot see it, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Divine love working through you is more than enough for whatever challenges you will face, whatever opportunities you will encounter, whatever service you will be called to render. Trust this. Trust the love that called you into existence and sustains you moment by moment. Trust the wisdom that designed your unique path and provides exactly what you need for each step. Trust the power that can transform not only your own life, but the lives of everyone you touch. Trust the goodness that is weaving all things together for purposes more beautiful than you can imagine. In the quiet moments when you feel alone, remember that you are surrounded by love more vast than the ocean, more expansive than the sky, more enduring than time itself. This love existed before you were born and will continue after your earthly journey ends. It is not dependent on your performance, your understanding, your feelings, or your circumstances. It simply is, and you are forever held within it. The child within you that sometimes feels afraid, confused, or inadequate is embraced with the same tender care that a loving parent gives to their beloved child. You are not expected to be strong all the time, wise all the time, loving all the time. You are expected to be human, with all the vulnerability and limitation that entails, while allowing divine strength, wisdom, and love to flow through you in the measure that you are able to receive it. There are times when this divine love will feel tangible, almost overwhelming in its intensity and beauty. There will be moments of such profound connection that you will wonder how you could ever have doubted. These experiences are gifts, glimpses of the reality that underlies all existence, foretastes of the joy that is your ultimate destiny. Treasure them, but do not depend on them for your faith or your sense of worth. There will also be times when divine love feels distant or absent, when prayers seem to echo into emptiness, when the silence feels impenetrable. These times are not punishments or signs of abandonment. They are opportunities to learn to walk by faith rather than feeling, to trust the promises rather than the emotions, to choose love even when love doesn't seem to choose you. The alternation between spiritual highs and lows, between clarity and confusion, between feeling connected and feeling alone, is not a bug in the system. It is a feature. It is how you grow, how you develop spiritual maturity, how you learn to depend not on your own strength or understanding, but on the unchanging reality of divine love. Trust your path, even when it doesn't make sense to others, even when it seems to lead through difficulty or delay, even when it appears to be taking you away from your goals rather than toward them. The divine intelligence that guides your life sees the whole picture while you see only fragments. What appears to be detour may actually be the direct route. What seems like failure may actually be preparation for success. What feels like abandonment may actually be protection. The invitation is always the same: to trust, to love, to serve, to grow, to become more of who you truly are. Some days this will feel easy and natural, other days it will feel impossible and forced. Both responses are normal and acceptable. You are not expected to maintain the same level of enthusiasm, understanding, or emotional connection at all times. You are simply expected to keep showing up, keep choosing love as best you can in each moment. Keep trusting that you are held and guided and loved beyond measure. Your life matters more than you know. Your choices have effects more far-reaching than you see. Your love makes a difference more profound than you understand. Your prayers release power more potent than you realize. Your very existence brings joy to the heart of the one who created you, sustains you, and will welcome you home when your earthly journey is complete. Until that day comes, live boldly, love extravagantly, hope unshakably, serve joyfully, trust completely, give generously, forgive freely, seek justice, make peace, speak truth, create beauty, be light. The world needs what you have to offer. The time is now. The love is within you. You are my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased. Go now in the power of divine love, knowing that you are never alone, never without hope, never beyond the reach of grace. Go in confidence, knowing that you have everything you need for the journey ahead. Go in joy, knowing that your life makes a difference, that your love matters, that your very existence is a gift to the world. The best is yet to come. The love you will give and receive, the joy you will experience and share, the peace you will know and spread, the hope you will embody and inspire. All of this awaits you as you continue to open your heart